Hello everybody, I hope you're all fine. So today I want us to look at this question just for clarifying a few issues. Write a program that asks the user for their age and the type of movie they want to watch. 1 for regular, 2 for 3D. Implement a pricing system as follows. If the user is under 12, display the ticket is 7. If the user is 12 or older and chooses a regular movie, display that the ticket is 10. If the user is 12 or older and chooses a 3D movie, display that the ticket is 15. So there are many ways to do this question. I will just propose one of the ways. Now, the intention of me to post this video is the issue of the user entering alphabet in the place of number. Okay, so how can we prevent bad input? Okay, so I just want to demonstrate how to prevent bad input. Okay, I just want to demonstrate this. Okay, so let me first try to quickly do the question, and then we are going to talk about how to prevent bad input. How to prevent bad input. So here you can say maybe enter your age, then you save the age, enter the movie type, then you save that type. Then if the user is below 12, you want to display 7 shillings. Okay, if the user is 12 or older and chooses a regular movie, you want to display 10 shillings, right? If the user is 12 or older and chooses a 3D movie, you want to display 15 shillings. Okay, all right. But if the user if the user is not below 12, okay, is 12 or older, but you could not match any of these here, then it is likely because the user must have entered a wrong type. Maybe he entered 3 or 4 or negative number or 0, and so in that case you want to display you entered a wrong movie type. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, this program is working. Okay, this program is working. Enter your age. If he enters age below 5, enter movie type 1. You see 7 shillings and something like that. Okay, although there is one problem in this program. Do you see here, if the user is below 12, we are not checking for the type. Okay, the way I wrote this program, the way it is now, I'm not even checking for the type. You see, so it means if I run this program and I write an age below 12, and then in the type I enter any type, maybe 8. Okay, so if I enter, do you see that it will still display the answer even though the type was wrong? Do you see that? Yeah. So let me just fix that here. So age is below 12, but the type must be either. Okay, if the age is below 12 and chooses a correct type of either 1 or 2, you want to display 7 shillings. Okay, so if I do this, I think enter your age 5, enter the movie type. If he enters 6, you see, now it works. You entered a wrong movie type. Okay, so at least we solved that part. Okay, so it means his age is below 12, but the type he chose is not 1 and it is not 2. You see, so it can't enter here, and it cannot enter here because his age is below 12, and it cannot enter here because his age is below 12. So it is going to come here. It is going to say you entered the wrong movie type. So this is one of the ways. But another way you could say like this. If the user is below 12, it doesn't matter which type he chooses. The ticket is always 7 shillings. You get my point? If the user is below 12, it doesn't matter what type of movie he chooses. the ticket is always 12 shillings. If you read the question properly, you see, the ticket is always 12 shillings. If the user is under 12, display the ticket is 7 shillings. Okay. However, if the user is 12 or older and chooses a regular movie, so the issue of the movie type is important when the user is 12 or older. You get my point? So another person could have done this question like this. You see, that is why you see, programming is all about understanding what you are trying to do. Okay, yeah, it's not, it's just thinking. Yeah, there are so many ways, so many thinking patterns which are all correct. It just depends on the scenario. It depends on what you are trying to achieve and things like that. You get my point? So another person could try to write like this. Okay, another person could say, he could say something like this. Let me take this one here. Let me take this one here. Let me take this one here. Okay. Let me remove this one here. You see, another person could say, if the age is 12, I'm just going to display. If the age is below 12, I'm just going to display 7 shillings. You see, and then you could say else. You see, and then inside else is when now you do this. Is when now you do this. Okay. You see, so else, it means the age is not 12. What do you want to do? If the age is 12 or older and chooses a regular movie, you want to display 10 shillings. You see. However, if the age is 12 or older and chooses a 3D movie, you want to display 15. But else you could not match so once you are inside else, it means this person was already 12 or old. But if we can't match type 1 and we can't match type 2, then it is because the user must have entered the wrong type. So you're going to display you entered the wrong movie type. So you see, this approach will also be working. You see, if you test it at your own time, it will also work. Okay, so now let us move to the next video and see how to solve the issue of entering alphabet, because still there is the problem with alphabet. You see, if I enter an alphabet here, if the user enters an alphabet here, you see, enter your age, he enters alphabet. You see, the program breaks and it displays an answer. You see, so how can we solve this? Move to the next video as we discussed.